Welcome back, everybody. And before I kick off, thanks to everybody that watched the videos and liked and subscribed last week. It just blew me away, the actual response. I think 280 odd views and 21 likes and 13 subscriptions. So I never imagined anybody would look at these. So thanks for that. Before we kick off, I'm out today, kind of 2k into my trails. I'm on the sand dunes out at Yanchep, out heading towards Yanchep from Butler. The views are just unreal. So, as I say, part of this and my goals is to show people that don't run just kind of how nice it can be getting out into different environments. So that's why I'm doing it out here instead of a nice comfortable office or room. This week, before I kick off, obviously I have a few questions that came in from a couple of people last week, so I'll be answering them shortly. And I just want to kind of touch on how I think this week has went. It's 40 weeks now, to just over 40 weeks now to the Delirious West. My goal at the beginning of the week was to run somewhere between 60 and 80k. I have been averaging, so last week I went back and looked at what my weekly average was over the whole year. It was 52k over the whole year. So this year I'd like to increase that before the Delirious West. So that's kind of my plan at this stage. It will be to kind of get up closer to the 60-70k average for the year. So that has to start with more consistent running. I knew that last week. Injury wise, I have had a little bit of issues with my Achilles and my right foot this week and my shin. So that's led me to ease off a little bit. You'll see more of that. What I've done is took a little clip every day, just a couple of minutes while I'm running, let you know how I'm feeling. It's on the way to work, so not very exciting views like this, but it's really just a case of just to let you know kind of what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. It's kind of two ways I can see this going, depending on your feedback and whether you just want me to post just purely like a talking video where I talk about a subject every day, and then a separate video of what I've done all week. So please leave me a comment, let me know what way you would like to see this run, or I do this little kind of talk on my week and my build up and answer some questions, and at the end of it, and link the two videos together. This week my little clips come to about 10 minutes, I think. There's obviously another couple to go in probably today and tomorrow, but yeah, so please let me know what you think is the best way forward. You are watching it. I really want to provide the best information across as I can. If you just want to see me running, see how I'm feeling at the time, that's what the clips will provide. If you just want to talk on kind of nutrition, race build up, tips on management of injuries, some of the questions that's been asked this week, then obviously maybe more just a talking video will provide that. So please leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It keeps it relevant, it keeps it up closer on Mr. YouTube and Google's analysis or whatever they do. But it just leaves that anybody that is searching on how to kind of go really long without killing themselves might find some useful advice in these little videos, as I said last week. So yeah, look, I've probably, as I say, I've got 52k up this morning before I left, 52 and a half. That's over the kind of 6 days from last Sunday. I usually work my week from kind of Sunday to Sunday, and then Monday a whole new week. Now if I'm going to try and put this video out today on a Saturday, I might change that from Saturday to Saturday, so the Ks might be slightly lower this week than the 70k I have, but I'm certainly on for achieving that. Yesterday I took it off, total rest day, it just didn't feel like it, so yeah, sometimes you just got to listen to the body, and that's kind of one of the questions that came in last week from Stephen G was how do I manage injury management, and it's certainly a case of just how I feel on the day. I have been very lucky. A lot of my training's at low intensity, probably only maybe 10-15% coming up to the race. At the peak periods is when I'll do any kind of tempo work or speed work, so a lot of it's at low intensity, and I feel that's the key, especially for going long. Training at that low intensity so your body's not getting pounded every day. This year I am trying to add a little bit more tempo now that I've got a good base. I've obviously been running for about a year and a half of the longer stuff with that low tempo, so this year's to try and build up a little bit of maybe speed and still actually not push the body too much. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. So look, stay tuned, watch the clips for the week. I have another couple of questions coming up at the end of the video that was asked, so I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts on that with you. So please stay tuned, and yeah, we'll see how the rest of the run goes today. So Saturday's training's done and dusted. 15k I managed to get up today, probably about 5k of that soft beach sandy stuff, some sand trails, some limestone, so good run today. Felt like it was good, so we can put that to bed. 67k up for the 6 days from last Sunday. 10k walking in between, which I was actually shocked at. That's just kind of the days that I didn't run to the train, walking to and from and back from the train, and it doesn't include any other walking. So I'm really happy with that. It's a good base to start on, and I feel that I can certainly push on from that. So getting into some of the questions from last week, and again, thank you all so much for your comments and the good feedback on the videos. Again, if you like them, hit the subscribe button. There will be more coming, and also please leave a comment down below as well. So I touched on it earlier. Stephen G would like to know the nutrition before and after a race. I am kind of plant-based. I have made the switch 2016 whenever I signed up for my first Ultraman. The race kind of scared me a lot, and I decided to do research on nutrition and what was the best nutrition. Made the switch from eating a lot of turkey, a lot of chicken, a lot of lean meat that I thought was doing me really good and was working with my training. Cut out the dairy and made the switch back then, so my lifestyle's pretty much plant-based at this stage. In fact, it's totally plant-based at this stage. The problem is this last year or so, really nice dairy-free ice creams and stuff coming down, so you can eat healthy on all types of lifestyle, and you can eat unhealthy, so I try and find a mix. Certainly the last 10 weeks since the Delirious West, I have indulged and let myself enjoy the recovery period. I always find that's the best time to do it, and now it's back into eating sensible. Lots of fruit, lots of veg, lots of nuts and smoothies, things like that. While I'm out in the trail, you can get plant-based gels and energy bars. There's lots of companies out there that do them at the minute. I haven't took a gel since the Ultraman, day 3 of the Ultraman. I just couldn't stomach them anymore, so I went kind of totally natural since then. A mixture of everything from dairy-free pizza till avocado, fruit, dry nuts, hard dry fruit, nuts, berries, coconut water, coconut cream with rice, pudding type thing. Lots of different options out there. I can't recommend it highly enough. It's definitely changed my lifestyle. I said I would give it 6 till 8 weeks whenever I first started, and was just blown away by the speed of my recovery times after a long weekend. So that's why I've stayed with it. Stephen G also asks, how do I manage injuries? So what's my injury management strategy? I'm guessing this is not just build up, this is more so this is for the race itself on a 200 miler. I had an injury last year, so I didn't really manage that one too well. In general, I do a lot of my training low heart rate, so I don't push too much. It's all low, steady, constant. I touched on it earlier. It's kind of maybe 10 or 15% of it is where the kind of would be a bit of tempo stuff and that in it, but certainly nothing crazy. I think it really comes down to helping or to understand your body and listening to it, and that's something that I've struggled with in the past, but I'm certainly getting better at listening and easing back. Even as you'll see in this week's videos, I'm still learning, I'm still managing. But look, the big thing would be if it's feeling wrong and it's not right, stop. Take a few days off. You're better losing a week of training than 6 months of training. So that's kind of my approach to the injuries. I'm used to pain. I've been doing endurance for a while, so pain and training and going long kind of comes hand in hand. But I suppose this last few years, certainly this last year, I've kind of learned to look at the different types of pain. Is it just heavy fatigue from training? Do I need just a rest day? Is it that something's injured? And certainly during Delirious West this year, it wasn't just fatigue. It was muscle damage or whatever, and it's just about managing that and dealing through it, which kind of takes me on to Stefan's last question, which is how do I deal with the bleak times and get moving again. I'm sure there was a lot of people seeing me during the Delirious West this year. There was one very bad time. As I say, I was about to pull out of the race. How did I get going again from that? Really support from my friends, my family that was close by, strangers that have come and give advice and good advice and kept me going. I suppose big thing would be just taking a stop, giving yourself that time to rest, have a lie down, have a think about it, let the body kind of heal. Don't make any knee-jerk decisions unless you're totally up against the cut-off times, but keep moving forward. The bad times always pass. Work on your mental strength, week in, week out. Days you want to go out, don't want to go out, get up, go out, that type of thing. It's certainly not an easy thing to do, but certainly it's worth looking on. So Ben Thomas has asked what's my goal for the race. So obviously this year, the Delirious West, I have my goal's 80 hours. Seems quite ambitious from 100 hours last year. Can I do it? I believe I can. It's a case of putting in the work and preparing right, which I'm prepared to do. Could it go south? Yes, it will. Yes, it could. I always approach any race, any long distance race, the same. I kind of have 3 goals in mind, and it's a case of first goal is always get to the start line on time. Ever since my Ironman days, I didn't know if I could train for it. I didn't know if I could do an Ironman, so my goal was purely to get to the start line. So that's always been my number one goal, get to the start line kind of fresh and at least ready to take on the challenge. Second goal is usually something that I work out of my times. I like stretch goals, but I like something that'll keep me motivated and keep pushing me. Last year, and I'll put the snippet up of my goals for last year. I'm not to hide. But I'd done up a plan. Just based it off very little information. I'd never run over 100 miles before that, so it was pretty much a case of put it together. And it had me finishing around the 70 hours mark was my goal last year. Up until I got really injured, I was probably on target for it, but that went to the wayside, and that's why I've always 3 goals. My last goal is always to finish. I usually finish the races, especially my A races. I've yet to actually DNF on a major race. I did pull out of the Light Horse 12 hour a few weeks back with a foot injury, and that was more that it wasn't an A race. I was using it as a training session. It was about how many laps we could do, and so I part of me class as a DNF because I'm stubborn like that, but deep down I know it's not. It didn't come up as a DNF. It's not recorded as a DNF, but I usually like to commit and finish the things that I do. So that's my third goal. I always like to finish the race, and I'm really glad that the support of my friends and family, I was able to do that this year. So that's kind of the questions, and thanks so much for the questions coming in this week. As I said at the start of the video, I was blown away. I didn't expect anywhere near as much of a response. Please, I know this video is going to end up close to 15 minutes, the talk on it. So if it's a thing that you want to see the two videos separated, if you don't like seeing the running and talking during the week and you just want one of these little sessions, please let me know your feedback. There is other questions that I've had on Facebook and things that I will get to next week. I'm just cautious of keeping everybody back, but look, I know there's people out there that's interested in this. I know there's people that are wondering if they can do something along this, whether it's a 100 mile, whether it's a 200 mile race, whether it's just pushing yourself to walk around the block. I have faith that you can do it. I know that I could do it, and thanks for watching. But please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It keeps my videos up there so that there's more chance of somebody getting some benefit out of it. And thanks for your support. And the plan next week is probably to go from, as I say, close to 70k up in the 6 days this week, so it'll be close to 80k next week with no injuries. So I'm going to change my week starting on a Sunday now, which is thanks to you, Sponge, but it'll be worth it hopefully. So it'll long run tomorrow to kind of try and back up today, and I say long run, it's going to be about 17 to 20k type thing. So yeah, and look, if there's people meeting up around Perth that's going out for a run tomorrow, and I can certainly make it and join in, I would love to. So listen, thanks for watching again, and I hope all your trainings are going well and you are having a good week. Thanks for watching.